Denver 7 Investigates is following up after 3 DEA operations across the Denver metro last night. The latest in a string since Sunday, that is. The DEA says they arrested a suspected member of a notorious Venezuelan gang at the edge of Lowry Apartments in Aurora. Now, this is the same complex where the viral video showed men with guns in a hallway. While that was happening, the DEA was also conducting 2 other operations in Brighton and Lochbuie.
Denver 7 Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski speaking with DEA sources and has an inside look at who they're specifically targeting.
This is how it looked in the early morning hours outside a home in the town of Lochbuie. Guns being carried out, DEA agents executing a search warrant out of Denver.
Fentanyl, fentanyl, fentanyl. And that's going to continue to be our priority at DEA, and it's about saving lives. So what you're seeing a lot, especially as we start talking about firearms and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
In the end, the DEA detained multiple individuals accused of drug trafficking. The DEA saying all are connected or associated with the Sinaloa drug cartel. And at nearly the same time, just a few miles away now in Brighton, more DEA agents and a second operation, and the 5th high-priority drug-related raid in about 100 hours.
At DEA, there is a renewed sense of purpose in our mission, which is removing violent criminals who are trafficking dangerous drugs like fentanyl into our communities. What you'll see, and you guys have been covering ever since Sunday morning with the operation targeting Tren de Aragua, that we have been removing members of that organization as well as the Sinaloa cartel and Jalisco cartel over the course of the last few days.
And an update for you now. Just in the last hour, the DEA telling us they did arrest one individual from that Lochbuie location. A little later in the morning, the DEA conducted a 3rd operation, this one in Fort Lupton. We are told they found no one at that location, a possible sign the individuals were tipped off somehow about the earlier operations. And finally, it's important to stress, our sources telling us all 5 recent operations were the culmination of several months of investigations. They've been looking at these spots and these individuals for a long time.
Yeah, the DEA coming out this year making a really big statement with all of these operations, Tony.
Absolutely. And Tony, we've been seeing reports about possible raids from Federal Immigration Enforcement, or ICE. What's the latest you're hearing on that?
Well, a lot of publicity, Micah, about what would be happening maybe as soon as tomorrow or this weekend. Here's something that's really important to think about. Because it was reported on the network level, because it's been reported in many different media outlets, it creates issues, potential enforcement issues and safety issues for law enforcement officers. So don't be surprised if the federal government slows this down and nothing happens tomorrow or Friday.
Denver 7 Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski for us tonight. Tony, thank you.